Alright, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to show you 3 must-use Azami strategies that you should use in your next ranked games to win more rounds and win games. All 3 of these Azami setups have been taken from pro play games, so you know that they're going to work in your ranked games if they can work at the highest level. I've done Azami guides on basically all of the maps in the past already. The new kind of thing that I'm doing is doing different ones that I haven't showed you before, so hopefully you'll find something new from this. As well as I'm going to kind of show you how to play them a little bit, like talk you through how you would play them in an actual game as well. So this first one from Bank Top Floor CEO, the idea for this is to play more of like an anchor kind of play style, where you play around about this sort of bookshelf area in CEO. Now, what you want to do to make this area like a safe spot for you to chill and for you to like be a nuisance on site and start fighting back against the enemies is, first of all, you want to block off the angles from these window repels. So to do this, you generally just put a Azami on the side of this door like that, and it'll for the most part block off the door, so now you can't see the window. They can't really get that angle on you, so you're pretty much safe to just chill here. So that's the first Azami. This bookshelf here is wall bangable, so you need to make sure that you're protected behind this. So to do this, I would put an Azami here as well. Now you can play behind this, you can peek around it, you can make some holes in it here, and then you can also get some weird angles like that they might not be expecting. Obviously that's assuming the breach is open if you want to pick that. But yeah, you can kind of chill, watch the holes here, just chill on site and be a nuisance. To be honest, this setup only really needs these two, like to be in this position pretty safe. There's no other spots that you can really die from, like other than like the windows, but if you just chill behind this then you're safe. Or like if they start pushing up Trump. But the next few ones that I'm going to show you are more reactionary ones that you can like use in your games to be more versatile and more adaptive to how the enemies are playing, which means that you're not stuck in a certain strategy, which is really like, it's important to have them kind of ideas, because if you're stuck with the same setup every time and there's a specific counter to it, if the enemies find that counter then you're knackered basically. So some ideas of what you can use the last 3 Azamis for is, like, for example, if they start breaching the wall here with the ace charge, you can just start plugging it up with Azamis. Or if they shoot down this one from the repel, you obviously need to replace it with another one. There's another idea. Or if they're going for more of like a Trump take, like a pushing up gold, pushing up main, then you want to kind of readjust to be ready for that. So you can put one maybe on like these windows here like this. If you put it like in the middle, around about there, you can kind of peek around them. So if they start pushing up main, you've got them there. If they start holding Trump, you've got like angles here. You can flick around like that and just kind of have weird angles on them. Like, they're not really going to expect that angle there. So if you put one in like in the middle at the bottom there, like that. Another one you can place is like some one-way angles. So like if I'm chilling behind this and I want to make this fight even more winnable, I can put one on top of this door here. But you might not want to do it on that door because it could mess up your team. So if you can, you want to put it over like this way, like that, and that'll go down. And obviously you can then come behind here and have like even harder angles to fight against. The good thing about one-way angles, if you put them far away like that, you can see deeper than if I'm right on the angle. I can't see that deep. I'd have to crouch, and at that point I'm moving slowly, I'm easier to hit. I can't just stand up and jiggle pick it. You have to like crouch and be more easy to hit for an enemy. So that's like another idea you can do with that is that. You can also start putting them on, like, if you want to push up and play a bit more aggressive. Let's say you've killed a person Trump, you want to retake this ground. Assuming there's nobody on the lobby repel, you can come up here, maybe put one on the side of this table, start playing aggressive here. Obviously you need to care for these windows, but if you're able to kill a guy Trump and you're able to push all the way up here and get this set up, there's probably nobody on these windows anyway, then you can just hold this. This is assuming obviously that someone's came up Trump, you've killed them, and then there's nobody else like refragging them or anything like that. But just some more ideas. If you sort of kill a person in a place, you can retake that ground using a zombie to help you there as well. The good thing about these reactionary ones is they work no matter how the enemies are going to push, because you're changing them depending on how the enemies are going to push. Let's say they push through janitor, you can like plug up the rotate hole maybe even. So if it's a really late round and they need to get a plant down, let's say there's maybe like 10 seconds left and you're alive in this corner here, and this spot here, you can just plug up the rotate hole so that they can't come into that site and plant. They have to go through a meeting, and then you've got this Azami here. Just ideas like that. You need to try and be as versatile as you can with them, so you're not stuck in the same strategy every time. So that's it for the bank top floor. I'm going to move on to bank basement now and show you some other examples of how you can use Azami on bank basement next. Alright, so now we're on to bank basement. In the past, I've showed you Azami strats for holding off server with like a one-way on top of this table to watch the tunnel. But in this video, I'm going to show you a way to hold server stairs, which is a very common spot for a defender to play, because It's a very common attack strategy to like take top floor, take open area, then start pushing down server, and go for the plant and server. So a lot of people will like play like a smoke with a shield, a smoke and like someone with a shield to play behind here. But if you're so lucky, you can't really do that because it requires someone with a shield and a smoke, or like someone with a shield and a shotgun. But what you want to do, if you want to do this with Azami, is you want to put one Azami on this side of the wall here, like this. Now it kind of works the same way as a shield would, and you can peek around it and play it like a shield, and then start pushing server. You have that like the barrier to protect you, and if you need to fall off as well, that you can like hug the left wall here, and the barrier will protect you if you need to like rotate back to site and not die on the angle. You can also play down the bottom of the stairs here a little bit and get an angle underneath it to use it as a sort of a one way, like you can see the legs and you can just trace them and kill them when they run in, or you can just shoot the legs and they'll get scared and run away, or they'll be like lit for you to kill them easier. What you can also do as well while you're here is use a couple of Azamis to block off the door as well. So like when you're here, you can just start, if you know they're coming, like you can hear them coming and the pressure in you, you can just, when you get a chance to, just put an Azami on the side of the door like that, and then they can't come through the door, and it just creates like, the only thing you can see if they peek like this is their head. So you can just peek like that and just get a headshot on them really easily. Or if you know that they're going to melee it, you can swing around and try and take some damage at them. Or if they're just start shooting it, you can place another one. Or while they're shooting it, it gives you that time to fall back if you need to as well. One thing you need to care about if you're doing this strategy though, is someone could push in server. So you're going to want to have a teammate in server with you, like to help you, to back you up, which generally there would be because people like to play server on defense. But if you want to as well, you can also use the armies down here to protect you. You can use the ones that I've showed you in the last video, where you put one on the back side of this and then sit on it, and then put one on top of there as well. And then you have from them two, and the one up there, you have two more left to replace on that door. Or you can just use one down here and just maybe put it like on the back side here like this. And then if you need to fall back, you just need to like jiggle around the angle and then get behind this, and then you can hold for server tunnel maybe. But also it gives you that chance to run back to site because it blocks the doorway to site. So for them to be able to see you when you rotate back to site, your server tunnel player needs to die, and they need to be in server. But by that point, if they're in server, you're kind of knackered already. So, but it gives you that chance to just run away back to site, so they're not holding from outside the server tunnel. Like I said, so the last two, you can replace these ones up here, or you can use another one in server, or you can use one on site. When I say use one in server, you can use it on the tunnel, I mean. Or you can use one in site here to protect like angles from the hatch by putting it on top of this door. And then if an attacker plays on the hatch, all they can see in this red corridor is just the Azami barricade, so it gives you that little bit protection on site. So you're a bit extra safe. I'll show you what they see. They literally just see the Azami. They can't see like a little bit down the hallway, which they usually can. They can see like up to here maybe. So it just gives you that protection if you're on site, and then if they need to kill you, if they try to kill you, they're going to have to drop, and when they drop, they're just a freebie for you to pick up. If you want to be kind of a greedy Azami and keep them for yourself, then I would recommend using these ones up here first. Fall back. If you see someone trying to hold your server tunnel, if you know they're out there, then maybe fall back, put one on there, then run back to site. And then if you know they're on the hatch, you can use it for yourself on the hatch. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Bank Basement. I'm going to move on to Consulate now and show you one for the top floor on Consulate. Alright, so when you're playing Consulate, it's a very common attacking strategy to push from admin side across and then maybe plant on this projector door here, on the meeting door. So you want to use some Azami traps to protect you in this, and like hold this admin side to make it easier for your defense. If they get all this control for free, it's easy for them to just come and take the rest. So you want to fight against that by holding admin, holding copy, and holding break around this area. So the way that you can do this, and the way that pros do this in games, is by holding with a rotate here. You want to reinforce this wall and maybe this wall as well. But what you want to do is you want to put the Azami barrier on this like cabinet here, like that. And then now if anybody goes in that window, they can't like kill you through the rotate, and you have this, you can make holes around it as well. And then you can fight like the windows. You can swing out and pick the window here if you need to, or if you like hear them repelling, you can come up and swing it. But obviously you'll realize if I come up and swing it, I'm visible to this window. So this is where the next Azami trap comes in, and what that is on the side of this like cabinet there, which will block that window, so that you're good to just come up and use this Azami to swing the windows if you need to do that, or if they're in, you can swing against them by being while being protected by this Azami barrier. Now the next three, I use them reactionary to how the enemies are playing. So let's say they've overwhelmed admin, which is a very like possible thing that could happen because you're alone here right now. Like, you're not playing with anybody else. You could be, but in this idea right now, I'm alone. So if I need to fall back to site, which will happen at some point, like I can, if they could repel in this window, I can shoot the feet, but then if they're repelling all the windows at the same time, like I'm kind of knackered. So I have to start falling back. Obviously, when you fall back, you're going to be visible to this printer window here, which is why you're going to use the Nexus Army to block that angle off by putting it on the side of this door like that. Now this gives them a very small window to be able to kill you when you're rotating back. If anything, they can only shoot you through this little slit or through your feet, which is very, very unlikely to do enough damage to kill you through your feet while you're running back if you run with your pistol out, because you run faster with your pistol out. And then what you want to do after that, after you've left, you want to waste as much time as you can here without dying, and then fall back and maybe play this long desk area. And then, or you can fall back to like Baguette and play like over here. If you fall back to the long desk, what I would recommend is to use the Azamis that you have left is like to protect you in this area so that you can hold for like any pushes through long desk or from top spiral. And the way that you can do this, for example, is to use one ways by putting them on the top of the doors like this. And now you can use like a one way here to push that door, or you can do one on top of here, and then use this as like a one way or like a really awkward fight for the attackers. Obviously it's not really a one way if they're on the stairs, so you don't want to swing that wide, but if you're here you can use this one way like this, and then switch back to using this one as well if you need to. Or like I said, you can come all the way back here to like Baguette / CEO, and then maybe use them on like, you're probably going to have holes in these walls at somewhere in this wall. You can use it to reinforce the hole, like put it at the bottom so you have like a head peak and they can only hit your head and they can't hit your body because of the Azami barrier. Or you can use them to like block off the door here and create like a weird one way here where you can like hold this pixel with like a one way. There's just some more examples that you can run, but yeah,